Hi, I'm Mackenzie from LA, and I was reading the other day about how Elon Musk started that Neuralink thing where he can like implant threads deep into the brain to let you like read and write like a ton of information. And I was wondering if AI brain implants become a reality, like if he can actually pull that off, would it be sinful to get one?
Would it be sinful to get one?
Well, gosh, I do think they're going to be a reality. I think this sort of thing is coming and probably faster than we realize, and that maybe makes me sound alarmist.
I
And,
put my name on the list to get one of those brain implants. Yeah.
I mean, you never know. There could be some great things about them. I have a feeling that human beings being what they are, we will find a way to not only turn ourselves into machines, but to use them inhumanely against other people. And so, I mean, I don't think there's anything in the Bible about brain implants, but I do think that it's okay to be a creature who is limited, and that in fact,
And who dies.
because I don't, what was it? The great line is, "I'd rather die happy than not die at all." I
Wow.
think that's the band, Robbie Robertson. But
Does the brain, once it becomes this mechanical, this machine-like, is it really human anymore? So you're saying, this is what I got from reading Harari too. Once you're talking about this much augmentation to prolong life, you're no longer talking about prolonging the life of a human being. The person whose life is prolonged is actually now a laptop.
that's true. That's scary. I mean, the further you get into these discussions, the wilder they get. And I sometimes think that a lot of these, as for all of these innovations that our friends in Silicon Valley have given us, they don't seem to have read much science fiction, because most of it's about how this goes terribly wrong. And it's a conjecture, but you want to say, well, I think the human imagination is both glorious in its ability to imagine how wrong it can possibly go, but it's nonetheless, I don't know. I think a lot of it is premised on the fact that death is final, and as a Christian, I believe that it's not. I believe life is a vale of tears, and that in fact, the kingdom come, the second Jerusalem. I mean, that's what I'm kind of excited.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that at the end of the day what it's really about? Two different visions of what life and death mean for us.
I believe it is,
Yeah.
and people tell you that even Christians, I think that we've gotten everything is about. When everything becomes about building the kingdom and personal sanctification, you shrink down the faith to just a very, the 50 years you're on the planet, rather than seeing this enormous, cosmic history of that, where we're talking about heaven, and we're talking about hell, and we're talking about the life to come, and when we limit ourselves only to what the imminent frame is, what the word is, or just the here and now, we forget that the hereafter is a big part of the equation, and our hope is really to be found not in the improvement of our lot right now, although that can be great as a response to the gospel, but our hope is to be found in the sort of the new creation.
We don't have our best life now.
Yeah.
No, and I at the end of the book, I actually think that the church would do well to talk a little bit more about death, because it will be I think T.S. Eliot said that the church is the place you go to be reminded of things like sin and death, which you spend the rest of your life, and a lot of with technology, distracting yourselves from or trying to outrun. And in fact, to sort of sit down and to hear about these things, it can be an enormous relief, especially when it's in light of the grace of God.
Yeah.